These are the secluded southern Moreton Bay Islands. Karragarra, Macleay, Lamb and Russell, 4 pieces of paradise clustered together in our beautiful Moreton Bay. Now I'm liking the idea of maybe island holidaying instead of just island hopping, and this place, the beach house, would be just perfect. There's room for the whole family. It sleeps 10, and with prices starting from just $150 a night, it's not likely to blow the holiday budget. The beach house is just one of a handful of holiday homes that you'll find on Karragarra, which is the smallest of the island group. At just half a kilometre wide and 4 kilometres long, you can explore it on foot in just a few hours. Part of the appeal here is the peacefulness. In fact, the 160 residents love it so much that there's not a shop to be found on the island. A great reason to pop over to one of the bigger island neighbours is to stock up on provisions. Inter-island travel is free and takes just minutes. Macleay Island was once prolific with primary producers, and while much of that has fallen by the wayside, the passion for fresh produce remains. Just ask Elisa Zlatic from Lemon Tree Market. We talk about the rich farming history of the island. Is it nice for you to be involved in that idea of helping to feed this community?
It is, and it's quite exciting to see that there's a little bit of a passion for that again. So actually there's talk on the islands of re-establishing farming, but in a new sort of sense.
The market sells all organic and chemical-free produce. A cleaner, simpler way of life that Elisa believes goes hand in hand with island living.
I love the lifestyle. I love the fact that it's a lot quieter, and I love the fact that we have community here.
The Lemon Tree Farm and Market runs on island time. You'll find it on Lonicera Street. Macleay Island is also home to an ever-growing art scene. In fact, more than 250 artists draw inspiration from their island home and express themselves in many different and creative forms. I could easily while away a few hours in one of the galleries, but I've opted for something a little different. These guys are Mugs, the Macleay Island Ukulele Group.
Let's stick this along.
That is beautiful. That's the way.
Ricky Tavno has me convinced that 15 minutes is all it takes to learn the basics.
Why does my C not sound like yours? What am I doing?
Because you've got to push down against there.
Okay, hang on. I wasn't doing C.
Push, you will
Maybe I should just dance in the background for you.
Okay, right. Whatever. As long as you're part of it and you're with people you love and enjoy yourself. That's what life's about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For her, this island is the perfect place for the Kooky Club.
There's a big art society on Macleay, and they're trying to encourage a lot of the eccentric artists to come here. And it's getting very popular. As you can see, our barges and ferries are very full.
But it's not just the island that's gaining popularity.
There's a really huge upsurge of ukulele interest all over the world. We've got 80 members just on this little island. Music is the joy. They come down there and they're just full of joy and life, and they get up and jig. Even 2 men get up and dance together, you know, we jig around. So it's a very strong interest. I hope it never dies because it's bringing music back into the home, into the community.
The Mugs meet every Friday at 1 p.m. in the Macleay Island Progress Hall. It costs just $3 for 3 hours. They're also available to play anytime, anywhere, with a lot of enthusiasm, I'm sure. And the islands themselves are very easy to get to, with passenger ferries departing regularly from the Redland Bay Marina. Or if you'd like to bring the car over, get in touch with the people at Stradbroke Ferries. And for a myriad of other ideas in the Great South East, I'd suggest the Queensland.com website or Queensland Rail Travel. They're great resources.
They can't help themselves. I have a cheese.
Like Monster of Flames. Obviously, they're all absolutely loving it. I've loved the fact that I've had 2 firsts today. One is to visit these lovely islands, and 2, I now know what to do with the ukulele that collects dust in the corner of my bedroom. Now, I know I've only visited 2 of the islands in southern Moreton Bay. Of course, Lamb is also known for its peace and quiet. And Russell, well, it's the largest of the islands. I'm told there are beautiful views of the Gold Coast. So my plan is to put them on the hit list for my next visit, and I hope you have the opportunity to do the same. Thanks so much for your company. Of course, we're out of time, but we'll see you next week somewhere else in the Great South East. Stay with us. 7 News is up next.